Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like a team that's all set to go to work here at home. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And here's a look at some numbers for Victor Wembanyama.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've got Victor Wembanyama, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Bay in at the 1. And for Los Angeles, they've got Sharp, Wang out there with Long. And there's Christie, and it's Wong in at the shooting guard. How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to feel the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
Now here's Bay. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Another shot. The putback. They get it back. Here's Coleman. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Yep, that one goes. In there.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Now, here's Sharp, defended by Alexander-Walker. A baseline J, Wembanyama with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Just simply overpowers the defense. He's that near 7-foot break.
The Cavaliers shooting their first foul shot of the night. Valentine's checked in for Los Angeles.
Shooting 1.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Here's Wang, and the layup falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Christie. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Pass to Sharp from downtown. Good on the triple.
He gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Giannis, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Back to Valentine. Pass to Sharp. That's the free fly. Bay pulls it in. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. The Cavaliers, number 1.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Wong. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Right with the bucket.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Bay passes to Wembanyama. A pass to Bay, and Bay throws it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, I briefly spoke with the Lakers head coach. I talked with Coach about how he plans to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. Coach laughed and then asked me, "You have any ideas?" Giannis is an impossible matchup. We just hope to slow him down a little. As always, it's very difficult to game plan for the Greek Freak, a multiple-time MVP. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Here's Wong. Still scoreless. Pass to Wang. Knocks down the three ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Raining the triple.
Here's Alexander Walker. Now here's Giannis. And he uses the glass on the lane. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points so far.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now here's Valentine. Defended by Alexander Walker. Christie against Bay. 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Timeout called for the Lakers. It's time for dance.
Los Angeles will get a switch here. Wingate's checked in. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Lakers. Lurking in the basement of the conference for the time being. They're not pleased with their performance so far this season.
And guys, for the Lakers, this has been a terrible way for them to kick off their year. They have to find a way to get back on track soon before this season gets away from them.
And there was such high hopes for them in the preseason. It's hard to believe how quickly these losses are piling up. Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers.
In for the Cavaliers, Jamison, number 10.
And so it's Cleveland with it. 6-point lead. Pass to Coleman. And that one, no question, powered it down.
Number 10.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Such a wide open lead.
I'm not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Pass to Bay. Down low. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Christie. He's coming off a 19-point game against Portland.
2 minutes remain in the first.
Clock at 6. Shoots from the high post. Good. Christie's got 5 now.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Lets it go from deep. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
There's a screen. There's 3-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 8. 1:15 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 7 points in the game.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
To the middle. Here's Wang. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Bay bangs home the trifecta. Bay's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Here's Christie. 5 points in the game. There's the triple. No good. Shot missing. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Cleveland ahead. They finish off the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
On the court for Cleveland. Wong's shot is off.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Wembanyama down low. Covered by Wingate. Drops in the tray. 8 points for him.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Wong. Putting on the board. Hands it from downtown.
We'll come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Puts up a 3. Valentine grabs the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He tries for 3. And the Lakers again from deep. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Wingate against Wembanyama. They double team Wembanyama. Pass to Green. The 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. Driving inside. Down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Here's Shireman. Wembanyama with it. Covered by Wingate. This one for 3. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
And the Lakers call time here. He's checked in for the Lakers.
Give a big round of applause.
Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. The Cavaliers, number 1.
You know, they've certainly been knocking down threes at a high rate. You can just see their confidence growing.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. With his first shot attempt, it is good. The Cavaliers will cut to just 9 points on the basket from Wingate.
This guy plays with such confidence and an ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Pass to Coleman. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Valentine, defended by Alexander Walker. Here's Wingate. It's rebounded by Cleveland. At one point, they led by 16.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Got a piece of it. Right, looking around. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
And now a look at Victor Wembanyama here. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 9th in shooting percentage, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. Now, here's Sharp, defended by Alexander Walker. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Sharp missing. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Vincent. Here's Peterson. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. And yes, it's good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Now, Herter. Back to Vincent. Screen by Longley. The three-pointer, no good. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for Cleveland. It's a 13-point game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this
Shooting
one.
for Cleveland. Wembanyama. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Wang, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Christie comes in for Kevin Herter. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Dave's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And in with it, he's defended by Bay. Here's Wang. He's got 9. The shot's good from Christie.
Yeah, there he is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Bay, no good. Lakers trail by 14. Christie the pass to Vincent. Pass to Christie. Now, here's Sharp. For the three. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Vincent up top. He's defended by Bay. They set the pick. Fires from deep. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Sunday, they're off to Washington to take on the Wizards. And then on Monday, they'll tip it off a homestand starting with the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against the Wizards, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And the Lakers making a change here. Wong's checked in. Shot clock at 5. Here's Sharp. And the three ball is good. Sharp's got 6 points.
Well, that's his shot right there. You know, if he gets any kind of room, he's going to dial it up from distance.
Here's Coleman. Here's Bay. No good with the triple. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Trailblazers. Pass to Wang. 56 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Wong. Longley for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Bay passes to Coleman. Wembanyama outside. Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Long passes to Sharp. Outside, Longley. To the paint, and stolen by Wembanyama. Bay against Christie. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Christie. Three-pointer. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, their defensive effort uninspiring, like Kenny's acting career.
Oh, okay. I'm not even going to go through the films that you in. Stay in your lane, brother. Stay in your lane.
Let's look now and see how teams stack up across the league. It's our latest power rankings.
Yeah, taking a look at the Lakers, they're still at the bottom third of the league. Something will need to change for them to move up in the rankings.
We knew this team would need time to figure things out. And we were right. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Christie. Wang out there with Longley. And there's Christie. Then it's Sharp, and it's Wong in at the two-guard spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Christie. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Bay passes to Wembanyama. Here's Coleman. Beyond the arc. Now that one is his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now, here's Sharp. 6 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing, and he knocks down the jumper. Sharp's got his 3rd basket of the night. And it's Bay with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Puts it up, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there. Lakers trail by 17. Here's Wong. Outside, Longley. Pass to Wang. Here's Christie. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Christie's got 5 points now this quarter.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Bay passes to Alexander Walker. Wide open look. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Get up, get down. It's your game. Show some love.
With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. Second, the Cavaliers.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Sharp. And another three for the Lakers.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Bay finds Antetokounmpo. Here's Coleman. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Now, here's Sharp. Defended by Alexander Walker. Outside, Longley. Back to Sharp. Pass to Wang. Just 5 on the clock. Sharp on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. An amazing athlete. The length, speed. Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Cleveland. Long passes to Christie. Wang. Defended by Wembanyama. Bay pulls it in.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you got to put down in his face.
Wembanyama passes to Giannis. And the three off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Longley, a screen on Bay. The shot's good from Christie. Christie's got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Lakers. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. Here's Wang. The Cavaliers making the shot. He faded back on that one to give himself some room.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big time play.
And the Lakers with some changes. Valentine comes in for Sharp, and Vincent subbed in for Christie. Green is checked in for Cleveland. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Valentine. Pass to Wong. 5 to shoot. Buries the jump shot. Wong's got 5. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Outside, Green. And here's Giannis. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Wang's got 6 rebounds in the game. Wong passes to Longley. Benson with it. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break.
And with the height to see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man, Giannis continues to flourish as a facilitator.
Here's Wong. He's got 5. Inside, Wang. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Here's Vincent. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Wong. And here we go. Bay wide open, and he fired. Again, the Cavaliers score. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's Giannis. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Here's Vincent. He's defended by Bay. There's the pick. Here's Wong. And it's off from three-point range. Cleveland leading by 17. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Here's Wong. He's got 8. Powered down after the assist right into the lane.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Pass to Coleman. Over in the corner, onto Kumbo. Outside for Wembanyama. And here's Bay. He's got 18. He can't get that one. Here's Wong. Long lead for three. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Right back after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Cavaliers leading by 17. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Green. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Hernandez in at the point guard position.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Now, here is Oakley. That shot off. Well, the Cavaliers shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% for the floor. Coleman, the pass to Hernandez. To the inside, Kershaw. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Down low. A nice shot by Fleming.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Coleman. He's defended by Herter. Here's Alexander Walker. Another three for Cleveland.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
Now, here is Oakley. Pass to Fleming. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Fleming's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Coleman. He's defended by Herter. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Boy, what else is there? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. It's nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person, and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
And so it's the Lakers with it. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for them. Back to Vincent. And Sharp has it in the corner. Four on the shot clock. Back to Vincent. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
And GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now, here's Sharp. Uncovered. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And his athleticism comes through in all kinds of ways. You've got to be nimble to make moves like Giannis.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim, there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Cavaliers ball.
Some changes for the Lakers.
Substitution on the court.
Wang is checked in for Fleming. Longley comes in for Wingate. Christie subbed in for Vincent. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Christie. Here's Wang. And that one is hammered home.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
And he converts the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And the Lakers making a change here. Wong's checked in. Green, he's checked in for Cleveland. Here's Christie. Pass to Sharp. Lakers working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. The 8-footer. Hits some rim on the way in. And the bucket's good. Wang's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Shireman. Outside, Green. Sinks the triple.
What a beautiful stroke from Reyes. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Christie. Pass to Wang. That shot is off. Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Here's Shireman. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of play.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Cavaliers, Shireman. 1 shot.
One shot.
Lakers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Time to go cold.
2 minutes.
Long passes to Wang. Here's Christie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Jamison with a screen on Christie. Wang pulls it in. Wang's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Cleveland.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying
win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Longley. The shot, no good. Jamison with the defensive effort. Pass to Green. Over Sharp. And it's Green missing. Here's Christie. Takes a three. Sharp with it. Outside, Longley. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Giannis. Huge, big win tonight. How did you do it?
I think we just had fun. I think guys were running to their spots, and we were able to drive the lanes and made the right pass, and we were knocking down shots. The ball was moving, we were defending, we were having fun, so that's why we got to win.
So you need to patent that formula, I guess. Congrats on the win, man. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.